The Central Bank of Nigeria has suspended the request for the extension of export proceeds repatriation on behalf of exporters in a move to ensure stricter compliance with foreign exchange regulations. Bamidele Ayemibo, CEO of 3Timpex Consulting, joins me now for more on this and the outlook for exports and opportunities under the African Continental Free Trade Area. Thank you, Bamidele, for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Esther, for having me. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Great to have you back with us on the show. Just wanted to get your initial thoughts on this directive from the CBN. I mean, for a little context, we saw last year the CBN stopping IOCs from international oil companies from immediately repatriating 100% or remitting 100% of their forex proceeds to their home countries and allowing them to just take 50% first and the balance 50%, I believe, after about 90 days after the FX inflows. But talk to us about the rationale behind this, tying it to the context from what we saw the CBN doing last year with the IOCs.
I mean, all the effort being made by CBN basically is to ensure that we have enough FX liquidity in the market. In addition to the IOC, you notice also later in the year, I think around late November, early December, a new platform was, they migrated a new platform with Bloomberg to be able to ensure that there is more transparency in the administration of purchase and sale of FX in the NAFEM. And then, of course, we are now seeing this particular initiative, the publication that came out, I think, late last week. So they're all, in my opinion, just initiative of CBN to, as much as possible, increase liquidity in the market, which we definitely need right now. Although, in my opinion, I feel they can do much more than what we are doing right now. But I mean, I think it is a step in the right direction.
But does this impact, I know obviously it's, like you said, to increase liquidity in the market, but what does this mean for the exporters themselves and any kind of backlash, negative, right?
Yes, I mean, this will happen. There's a regulation already that said you should repatriate your export proceeds 180 days after shipment. Their regulation has always been there from CBN. Now, what has happened is that sometimes some exporters are not able to repatriate the export proceeds within the stipulated time. And they will write the bank and saying that the bank should inform CBN requesting for an extension of that 180 days, maybe to 210 days or 270 days or 240 days or even 300 days, depending on the challenges they are faced with getting those funds back into the country. So what CBN is saying right now is we will not honor that extension again, that this, when you have exported and payment is due, you cannot request, you cannot sign an agreement with your buyer that you are going to be paying, that is going to be paying you more than 6 months from the date of bill of lading, which is the date of shipment of goods.
But do we know the number one reason or the most common reason why this happens with exporters, why that delay happens, why they have to request through their banks for an extension?
Those are the questions. That's why I said more can be done, because I would expect that beyond this, the question, like you said, is why are we having those delays? So, for example, sometimes an exporter have an issue with payment is delayed. In some time, like in Nigeria, for example, there are agencies or foreign companies in Nigeria that will help to ensure those issues are sorted out. We don't have that kind of arrangement. So, in addition to this, CBN should also go beyond that to support, which is what I've been advocated for, support exporters in such a way that if they ship goods and payment is not made as at when due, what are you doing using the embassy in those countries to be able to ensure those recoveries are done? Those are the kind of support we expect to see from the government that other countries are doing, even for their citizens in Nigeria. So those are the things we expect. In as much as this is a step in the right direction, we need the fund to come in early because of the liquidity in the forex market, but also for exporters that have real challenges that need support of government establishment to be able to get that sorted out. That should also be part of it. And that's what people are saying.
Hopefully there will be further engagement between the CBN and stakeholders on this matter. But for 2025, it's a new year. What is your outlook for exporters in terms of opportunities that are open to them? And of course, progress so far with the African Continental Free Trade Area. Are you impressed so far with the progress that's been made?
last year we did the first shipment. so we're expecting more shipment to happen this year. What I'm not sure of is effort being made, because the challenge with our country is sometimes you just go silent, you don't get any news, you talk to even I have access some of the people that in those offices and those unions, sometimes you're not getting the kind of feedback you expect from them. But luckily we did the first shipment last year. About 10 different companies participated. We are hoping to see an increase this year, although that will have to be done, we have to be deliberate about that. But on the other issue you raised about outlook, we have a new Minister of Trade. We are optimistic, having done a lot in Quebec, enabling business environment. I believe he has a good understanding of the issues, and cross-border trade was one of the areas she focused on in what she did at Quebec, and we're expecting that he will bring that in. So he came in late last year, so we have the whole year. I'm positive that he was going to likely do a lot better than the former minister in terms of initiatives he's going to bring on board. So maybe we should give him some time, give her some time to see what she can do to assist NEPC to be able to do what needs to be done. There are a lot of policies we're expecting to see changes in the way we're going about this, because it's so painful that we are looking for FX. Export is a way to go, but not much is being done to be able to grow the non-oil export. We seem to do a lot of talk around crude oil because it's a quick win, but the long-term one that we'll have been able to do in 2-3 years, I'm going to reap the reward. Nothing seems to be going on in that space. But the outlook for me looks good, considering that we're a new administrator at the South, and hoping that we'll be able to do a lot better.
Bamidele, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for sharing your time on the show today. Bamidele Ayumibo, CEO of 3T Impacts Consulting.